It's springtime, and we're heading into the weekend, which means long run days. Whether you're just running to run or you're preparing for a race, a fueling strategy can make or break performance. So we're going to share our best tips to get the most out of your race or long run. The first and most important thing is, don't wait until race day to start thinking about gels, hydration, gummies, or salt supplements. That is a surefire way to end up running to the toilet instead of the finish line. Let's start with what we're aiming at. We can get really specific in our calculation, working from body mass, measured calorie burn, VO2 max, leg mass, and calculated onboard calories. But working from averages works pretty well too, and it's less math. Most people have between 300 and 600 grams of stored glycogen in their bodies, if they've been eating appropriately. By the 90-minute mark during sustained activity, we really start to put a dent into what we have available. So intuitively, we should start fueling at the 90-minute mark, right? Wrong. We want to start fueling right away at the beginning of the race to the tune of about 60 to 90 grams of carbohydrates per hour. Waiting until we feel the effects of fatigue is problematic because digestion of carbohydrates takes some time. But more importantly, if you're feeling fatigued, your body will be sending blood around to your muscles and not your stomach, which increases the risk of GI distress late in the run. So we want to fuel early and often. We suggest taking in carbs every 20 to 30 minutes during your run. When you take a gel, you also want to have some water to help aid in digestion. Taking a concentrated carbohydrate like a gel without fluids can increase the risk of GI upset. We recommend 3 to 4 ounces of water with each gel, more if you're a heavy sweater. It's so hot. Not that kind of sweater. We want to start training our gut 2 to 3 months ahead of the race by having maybe half a gel or another carb source every 45 minutes or so. If you tolerate that well, increase the amount slowly each week until you're close to your race day fueling strategy. If you're a slow runner, it's probably safe to stay on the lower side of the target carbs per hour. If you're pushing the pace, you'll want to be on the higher end. If you're preparing for a race, take a look at the fueling station layout and start to mimic that in your training so that your timing matches what you'll be doing in the race. Other things to consider, especially if you're running in a warm climate, would be an electrolyte supplement to offset what you sweat out. If you're a heavy sweater, right, and suffer from cramps, you should consider getting a sweat test to evaluate not only your sweat loss, but the specific concentration of electrolytes in your sweat. And of course, be willing to experiment with timing, amount, flavor, and types of intra-race fuel to figure out what's going to work best for you.